Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer V. Brown, your stroke specialist, and today we're going to talk about what to expect when you get your ankle foot orthosis, particularly for fit and function. Well, it all depends on what you do with your ankle foot orthosis on the status of your lower extremity from the stroke impairment. Do you have a low tone or floppy foot, or do you have a high tone, stiff foot, which may be pointed down or in? This will direct what type of shoe you wear, whether you'll have a wedge on the outside of your AFO or on your shoe. The second thing is about the flexibility of the ankle foot orthosis. And the flexibility can come from two ways: having a tension strap based on how strong your muscles are of the leg, knee, hip, and can you move it forwards and backwards and have it rotate in or rotate out depending on the part of gait in your foot being on the ground. The second thing is how flexible is the ankle foot orthosis? Is it flexible at the toe part for you to roll over your toes? Is it flexible on the sides of the foot where your foot can pronate or supinate if it has to as your tibia rotates in and rotate out as you move your body weight from behind you or in front of you? The fit and function also depends on your range of motion that you have. Are you a little tighter in the toes but have flexibility at the midfoot and forefoot? Do you have adequate range of motion at the ankle joint? If you notice in the picture here with the lady sitting, her heel is up in the air. So, how is she supposed to stand balanced on her toes consistently and effectively if she doesn't have range of motion at the ankle joint? And the last thing is strength. You still want to be able to work your muscles in the ankle foot orthosis. Its sole job is to hold your foot up. So even without the ankle foot orthosis on, are you able to raise up on your heels? Can you bring your knees forward without just collapsing at the ankle? That is a function of your calf muscles working eccentrically. So in order to do that, you have to have a tension strap on the AFO so your leg can come forward so your calf muscles can work eccentrically. There are other questions you should be asking about your ankle foot orthosis so it can fit for you properly and function. The most important things is how does it accommodate the body protuberances or structures that are bony of your foot and ankle. And that really needs to be paid attention to during the process of making the ankle foot orthosis, whether it's done in the traditional way with a cast or a scanning feature, and that information is fed into a computer system. And then once you have the AFO made, does it allow for those bony protuberances either by a covering like P-light, or is the AFO expanded out to accommodate for that, as you can see in the picture below? Another thing that matters for fit and function is the type of shoes you're going to wear. Is it going to be a flat heel and sole, the same depth from the heel to the toes, or is it wedge like most sneakers are? And then whether you're going to wear your AFO with a skirt if you're a woman, or traditional pants or shorts, men and women, because people want themselves to be seen and not necessarily the plastic or the metal of the ankle foot orthosis. And when you're wearing the AFO, it goes back to the type of shoes you're going to wear. But when wearing it in that shoe, will you be able to accomplish the tasks that are meaningful to you, like your ADLs? You may have your AFO on with your house slippers, but if you are a hunter, you may have to wear your AFO with your duck shoes. And if you are a socialite per se, you may have to wear them with your dress shoes. So, has the AFO been made to fit your foot and your function with interchangeable shoes? Or was the AFO made to fit just one shoe, which is usually a sneaker, a half size larger and wider to accommodate the brace? The brace should accommodate you and the things that you want to do based on the impairments that you have in range of motion, strength, sensory, body awareness, proprioception, things that I've talked about before. So make sure you ask questions about how you can modify your behaviors so that the AFO can fit and function properly. Maybe you have to get used to it. So, what's your wear schedule? Maybe you have to do certain things to the AFO. Maybe you have to loosen the strap so you can get the range of motion and strengthen your muscles while the AFO is on. Maybe you have to change the thickness of the stockings or the socks that you are wearing. And just taking or changing the depth or the density of the socks may allow for better movement. And then maybe you have to change your shoe style. Based on your range of motion in your ankle, your AFO have been made in a little bit of plantar flexion. So therefore, you can't get a shoe with the same thickness of the sole from front to back. Maybe you get something that has a little higher wedge in the back and thins out at the toe, but the toe does not curl up. If you want more clinical questions to ask, get my book, Brace Yourself, Everything You Need to Know About AFOs After Stroke. You may not be able to see that because of the lighting, but I have it in the references. And go to chapters um, 6 and 8 about what you should ask your physical therapist and your orthotist about your AFO and how it should be accommodated for you so that you can function in it properly. Don't forget, I am your trusted source for all things ankle foot orthoses and stroke rehabilitation. Remember, the best practice is from the evidence and what you actually do in clinical care. So here are the references for you. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and leave a comment.